Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday.
That's
So,
not Friday.
oh, it's not Friday. Well, if it's not
It's
Friday, then I
Friday.
don't know why you guys are on. Talking about that, I'll speak to you off here. So, everyone, we have 6 in the chat. Has anybody said hello yet? Yes, they have. Oh, it's our Nettie. Good evening, fellow crazy people. So, tonight I want to start with one of two things. Hi, Nigel. So, tonight, folks, I want to start by saying next week is a big night for Frightners as much as to the Gravenback, because next Thursday, Friday will be tribute night for Cliff Jones. Now, again, I'm reaching out to invite all podcasts. If you want to come into the comments and share your memories of Cliff, please feel free. The platform's even open for you guys as the viewers. If you want to come in and share your most fondest memories of Cliff, you are more than welcome.
And if you want to commemorate him, the funeral is on the 17th, I believe. And if you go and have a look at White Rose Paranormal's page, it's posted that the cemetery and the church and everything is posted, and everybody's welcome.
It really, really would mean a lot, guys. So the second thing, with that being said, I want to give a huge, massive, big shout out to Nick Matty, whom has got the group of Team Spirited Lifting the Veil UKGHB. Go and check him out. Him and his team are a wee small team, but they're growing by the minute. And he's a good guy, Nick. Who's it? All the Nicks are good guys. So that thing. So with that being said, with tonight's show, now tonight's show is going to be a laugh. We're going to take a piss out of podcasting. We will be taking the piss out of StreamYard. I will poke fun at my co-hosts. I will poke fun at my shows. Because I thought, why not? We've never ever studied. We've never ever studied the science of podcasting. What is the science of podcasting, Lois? I hear you say. Well,
something one of your other personalities made up by the sounds of it.
I'll have you know, I could have been a right Albert Einstein.
That's another one. That's another one.
If Albert Einstein was struck with lightning and dumb and lost all his brain cells, okay, yeah, I'll accept that.
I'll have you know, Albert Einstein would support our show in a million years.
Of course he would. He's my best mate.
So we've got Nigel, Nicola, hey Sarah Louise, hey Eric, hey Mr. Survey, hey Mark, hey Ria. So Nettie says there is no science in mine, it's just a bit of mad. Well, with that being said, you know, there is science in podcasting, because we're not all stupid in the old podcasting world. I mean, how hard is it? How hard is it to go onto StreamYard? And now StreamYard being for the most unprofessional.
Who says that?
They says this is very true. So you say, I'll have you know, Matt, I'm right. I've got the IQ 147. Right.
147 what?
We're like 100. 147.
Jelly beans.
What?
Jelly beans. Yeah.
I can't count past 3. But I've
Oh.
still got a high IQ.
Well, that just puts your IQ to fault then, doesn't it?
I'm being good
Talk about,
today. I'm on
talk
top.
about, yeah. Oh, you're on. Does that help your brain?
Yes.
Yeah.
So while I'm sharing it, guys, what is your science on the old podcasting?
Well, I think the old podcasting is a load of shit. No,
I'm offended.
podcast, doesn't it, really? The people that use Simply Spooky Network and things, we're wonderful people, we are. Oh, yeah, the lot of us, a very good bunch. But as for anyone else, no, they're all rubbish.
Yeah, so
What?
the BBC wouldn't have it.
No.
So Mark says, so if you say, talk amongst yourselves, viewers, they'll notice this in a minute. Oh, Mr. Southey, that's another point. I just can't be bothered with the viewers, especially that William Southey. I can't be bothered with his nonsense. Ian, you have my permission to pick Lois. See that Rita? She's a rebel. Mark says 147 people who like you. Aye, minus
Well,
the 140, minus the 7.
I wouldn't have said it was that high. Is that
might be better.
Yeah, it might be 14.7.
I'm mere thinking you're generous. I would have said 1.47, but never mind.
0.47 then.
Yes. Ellie, listen, somebody's got to love me.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Stephen got that task. And mankind owe him a lot.
That man is up for an MBE.
Yes.
Coming from that apple at the side of me.
I had a word with Charles last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. While he was keeping Charles company, I had to go at Camilla.
Nay.
Now you're going to get me blacklisted with the Royals.
Yeah, there's a horrible thought going through my head right now. Especially after the video he posted this morning on Facebook.
I don't even want to know. Is this one of these ones that I want to know?
Well, it involves Bry's favourite word.
Boobies!
I was trying to be so good. I was trying not to laugh. So we've got Mark laughing. Nettie doesn't even know decimal points. Shocking. Hi, Noreen. And Mr. Survey says, who's talking nuisance? So, guys, don't be offended if we poke fun at you either. So that we're just having a go at everybody.
Offended is not in my vocabulary.
Oh, well.
It means.
Lois hasn't got a vocabulary.
I do. If it's any less than 4 letters, I'm happy with it. Mark, I'm thinking of starting a podcast, but you lot are putting me off. Don't blame us because you're getting put off doing a podcast because you're a delinquent. It's all right. My viewers will cut by 50% tonight, I think.
She thinks she's a Doberman now.
Says the man who drives the Jaguar.
Oh, yes, that's why I've got posh. I've got to change my accent so that I fit in. I've even got a trilby. I've got a trilby, you know, for the
Have you got a walking cane?
Oh, yes, but I can't put it up in the car.
I was going to say, reminds me of Colonel Sanders.
No, that's when I haven't had my Grecian put on.
Yeah, ideas. It's looking good to everything.
Oh, this show's going to be a riot and we're only 11 minutes in. Mark says, how dare you? How dare me? William says, good call, Lol. You're a good sport, William. You're a good sport. And Nettie's laughing.
She's always laughing, you know. She just looks at me and laughs. That's not very funny, you know.
Yeah, well, pull your trousers back up, Bri. Then she might.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot. I was doing an elephant impression.
Oh, that's just. May I just say, I have warned everyone. I have warned every direction tonight we're doing this show and was going to be going down. Hey, Squad podcasting, allegedly. You know we are professional any other day of the week. This is just an outlaw. If you feel like giving us abuse back, please do. It will be funny. Nettie's laughing. Richard says he's only here for the inappropriate comments. That's what I love, the inappropriate comments. They're going to be fully inappropriate tonight. It's going to be an all-out gore.
Nettie, get those feather knickers taken off. You're laughing too much.
See if I wake up with no podcast. Do you know, if I wake up with no podcast in the morning, it's like one of those moments you go for a good drink. You think it's a good idea. You wake up in the morning, cashless, the full shebang.
On a Friday,
No reason here for the lulls.
I usually have a pint on a Friday, but tonight I'm on pop.
William says, not sure what I'm doing here, but hey, you came for our good banter. Mark says, we're all mental, what a joy, brilliant. Oh, for crikey, our Nettie doesn't wear the frillies.
Oh my gosh, I should have a trim then instead.
Well, you'd have known that, Bri, if you'd have turned up in the woods.
You've been watching. You've been peeping coming.
I hope you weren't there with your cat balls. I don't want them flashing in the middle of the night.
No, he took his own balls.
Yeah, they weren't flashing.
Oh, the science of podcasting. I don't know what the hell I came up with that one for. I deserve a shot. Oh, Rob. Hey, Rob. How's things? Hi, gang. Is that a week already? The end of the week and full of nonsense. So, what else do you think makes... Noreen says, who was flashing? My money on it was that right.
He was in his shorts trying to find me, but I was hiding, you know.
Did your K2 meter not go off either?
No, I said, it's in my pocket, and she says, are you pleased to see me? I said, no, it's my K2.
Oh, I've never been so shocked in my life.
Yeah, it's very shocking, you know, especially with the bats.
Podcasting to flash in your balls as well. So back to podcasting, the science of podcasting. And do you believe there's anything else that should really be the Science 2 podcasting?
Yes, you have to be polite and not have a laugh, you know. No, that's we don't do podcasting, do we really?
We're just absurd. Absurd, man. Absurd.
Well,
Brian.
so you have to adhere to originality and the truth. You can't say anything that's a lie.
Well, this is very, very true. Very, very true.
Yes, unless you state it's a lie or a spoof or for entertainment purposes. Or
Well, I did give out the strong viewers discretion. I did explain it would be a spoof. And I did say that, well, it'd be full of fun. And we've not let down yet. Disgusting talk on here. Pure filth. Oh shit. Republicans are Oh, listen, guys, if we didn't have a laugh on here, what kind of show are we? MH or podcasting, need I said more? William, see if you had came to me last week and said, Lois, can we do MH podcasting? I would have put that in the title. That's actually
MH are actually at my local theatre this month. So many people said, "Are you going?" I went, "Yeah, right."
I bet Linda has bought you a ticket, front row seats.
Yeah, she knows not to.
I think she's retiring, isn't she? Because she's scared.
Oh, is it? Oh, it was in the paper, wasn't it? She's scared to go to the toilet.
Yes.
Yes. Does somebody want to explain this one to me? Because I've seen it all over Facebook, but I have no idea what the backstory is.
I think the backstory.
She will not go into a toilet on location without another crew member with her.
I think it's because she went to the toilet and dropped a mirror, and she looked down and she said, "Oh shit, I'm scared."
So she won't go to the toilet without another crew member. What does she expect to happen in the toilet?
Well, apparently she's been attacked by ghosts in the past.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
Well,
It's
if I
getting
remember
worse.
rightly, she went into the toilet. The one I saw where she got attacked by a ghost was actually an air freshener.
The air freshener. Oh, Wally. That's just... I have never heard something so absurd in my life. It's really like... Wow.
Listen, it's all publicity, isn't it? Yes. Everybody will do anything for publicity these days. There's nothing sacred, you know.
Yeah.
That's including being so desperate to get on podcasts. Nobody says, if you can't laugh at yourself, there's something wrong. Exactly. Life is far, far too short. I'm a big believer in life is far too short. But, oh, Wally.
You're a pygmy, yeah.
That's why I think I should just buy his all tickets and go and see the MH experience.
Stop swearing, woman.
What the fuck is podcasting? Is it casting your... casting your pod? Right, I would like to answer this question.
Yeah, if you're fishing for pods, you need to do podcasting.
Podcasting is basically just sitting talking a load of old shit.
I thought it was something to do with fishing.
Oh, is that type of podcasting?
Yes, it's a pod, isn't it?
Oh, Rena says, "Hi, hey, Rena." That's my good pal. Rena. Sarah Louise says, "What's a ghost's favourite dessert?" Ice cream. I scream, you scream, everybody screams. Hey, Robin. Mark says, so going for a poo connects you to the ghost. Hey, if you're doing one of the ghost shits when you get up and there's nothing there, I
Well,
think that should be a topic in the paranormal.
there's a lot of people seeing ghosts and shitting themselves, so yeah, pretty much.
That's where the saying "no shit Sherlock" comes from.
Richard's asking if this is OnlyFans. I've got a face like a melted belly, so I'm no good enough for OnlyFans. The only fans I'll have is crying and eating pizza.
Yeah, this is OnlyFans, and we're talking about circulating ones.
Well, yes, that's about the highlight, yeah. Eric says, what did she hear? A voice in the bathroom? When the log rolls over, we will all be dead. But, honest to God, you think, really, you hear it all for MH and then you get something new? It's like they're trying to reappraise yourself. But if you're going to sit and tell people that you're scared to go to the bathroom, they're just going to laugh at you.
Well, when I heard that they were doing something new and doing a stage show, I thought the whole thing was a stage show.
Yes, but the thing is, it gets publicity because everybody says, what the fuck? And passes it on, don't they? You know. Oh, did you hear this about him? Did you hear that? What the fuck?
I'll tell you what, not being funny, but our theatre is quite active, so I'm quite hoping that something happens there, because it used to be built. It was built on the basement of an infirmary, so the morgue and everything's still there, and the activity they've got there is nurses and actors. So that'd be quite interesting if something kicks off while they're actually in there.
It's not going to make a difference, is it? That's the thing.
I want to know, why would you do a fucking stage show? Like, well, what you got to do with a live audience?
Well, from what I hear, it's actually going through the best bits of MH, which you could have done in a TV special.
Oh, the copy, man.
I could have wrote it in a pamphlet.
It's a Mamma Mia job. It's a Mamma Mia job. So,
Mamma Mia. Oh my God. William says, yeah, it gives you the shits. Sarah Louise was at poo. Mark says, oh my God, I get ghost shits. You have ghost shits? Are you admitting this live on the air? Richard says,
don't you?
Have you never had one of them, Lois? You think you need a shit, and when you go, it turns out to be a farce. It was a ghost shit.
Big food.
Well, I've never looked back. Richard, nobody's looking at faces, and on OnlyFans, I don't want to know what happens on OnlyFans.
Yeah, they look at an OnlyFans, he'll tell you.
That famous word, melted welly. I am melted welly. It's TV land. This is very true, Mr. Surrey. Hello, Bill. But oh goodness gracious me. But yeah, so that'll be some stage show.
Yeah,
we could do a stage show.
I can't quite understand the concept of it all, to be honest, but there you go.
Oh, it's all rubbish in it. It's just rubbish. There's nothing new. There's no new concept, is there? So they're just trying to reinvent stuff all the time.
It's like the time for podcasting. The three of us could go on the show and make a total show of the style of podcast.
I've got an idea. Look, can you see it? It's coming out. I've got an idea. We could do a musical. We could do a musical, folks.
Oh, what are we singing? Are we going to be Queen, ABBA?
a Frightners musical.
Coming out next Friday, folks.
And the scariest part will be Lois singing.
See what Nettie wants to make an OnlyFans.
Hey,
Oh.
I'm only just getting used to seeing it myself.
But you gave Bri a heart attack. I need him on a Friday night. Come on. Bill Williams telling Bill we're talking about podcasting and flesh and balls. Mark says, I thought the stuff on TV was real. No. I bet you're the type to believe that The Simpsons is real.
It is. They predict stuff and they get it right.
Do you know, funny enough, guys, we were talking about this last night on To the Grave and Back, and I brought up about The Simpsons. And I said, obviously, about, because we were doing premonitions. I'm laughing at Noreen. I'll get to Noreen in a minute. Just like your location, the queue will be 3 mile long. That's only to the bathroom. Nettie's laughing. And Noreen says, you could put your flashing balls on OnlyFans. I wonder how much people would pay to see flashing balls. In fact, here's a question for the guys in the chat. How much would you pay OnlyFans to see flashing cat balls? Mark says The Simpsons is real in Emmerdale. I think somebody's confused you with Emmerdale. So, talking about this last night, premonitions, and I brought up The Simpsons, and I said, somewhere Matt Groener must be a genius in premonition, because some of the things that he's predicted that he's put into The Simpsons has happened in real life. 9/11, that ship that imploded on the way down to see the Titanic.
Becoming president.
Yep.
Yeah, but you know who is, don't you really? Is H.G. Wells' love child. He's been back in time.
Sarah Louise says it's a flash in the pan.
No.
I wonder what Yvette Fielding would do if one of her cat balls fell out and fell into the toilet.
One of her cat yeah, where would one of her cat balls fall out of?
Her pocket! Oh, come on, Ian. I thought your IQ was higher than mine.
Yeah, that'd definitely be OnlyFans, wouldn't it?
Maybe that's how Carl Beatty's making his money these days.
Would it be classed as no strings attached?
Depends who's paying. They predicted Trump's death. I keep waiting. Richard's waiting on Trump's death. I actually need to watch that show. UF needs gagging. Yes, she does. I totally agree with that, William. Yeah. Scream. Sarah Louise says, I bet she was catatonic. Next says, well, you have to store things somewhere. Exactly. Yeah. They guys want her to stick at home. Saying no more, saying no more.
It's getting me quite worried, you know. If I get to that Nettie, I'm going to have to clear the cupboard out with her before we do anything.
Nettie, is there something that you and Brian were telling me? Because I'm getting off curious here. So,
you've not been on Facebook, have you, Lois?
Well, listen, I like to play Cupid. So, all the single mamas, come on down.
Last I heard, Cupid was a cherub, not a demon.
You're just jealous because I'm a demon, and you know.
How would that make me jealous?
Here's a thing for you, Ian, right? We were talking about Tuesday night. We were talking about the Nazis. Strong viewers, discretion advice. right? And William was obviously there. And I can't remember whether it was Viv or Dan. I think it was Dan that said about the Nazis using black magic to obviously with some of the things that they'd done. And I said, well, how much you betting if Alistair Cowley was somehow in the back of that? Like, I'm not saying that, because William said obviously no, he doesn't see Alistair Cowley. Because I'm thinking, well, what if they were looking at, not Alistair Cowley being there, but you know what I mean? Using his line of work.
Yeah.
On a serious
'Cause
note,
I know you're yes, love.
He was spying, wasn't he, during the war?
Mm.
I remember I heard Dan, I listened to what Dan was saying about all the scientists that Nazi Germany collected from around the world and put them to work. And then after the war, the Allies did exactly the same. They reassigned them and carried them on working, but in a so-called ethnic way, you know? And
yeah.
But if it weren't for Nazis, really, there'd be a lot of procedures and a lot of scientific stuff that went off. Wouldn't have existed. It
I
wouldn't.
didn't know you were there, Bri. You didn't come on and say hello.
I tell you,
You
what,
dirty worker.
if it wasn't for Nazis, we wouldn't have got the Golf GTI.
Exactly. Oh, the bug.
What? Oh, my guilty conscience. Right. Oh, Sarah Louise, I love you.
One of
Thank
hell's
you very
own.
much.
Yeah, she's definitely fallen, that's for sure.
He's just jealous because nobody tells him that he's an angel. They just tell me he's a tosser. Mark says flashing poo balls could be a new thing for paranormal investigating. How funny would that be if somebody said, and I'm absolutely dying to wait for it, if somebody said flashing poo balls.
Eric's in the chat. He could get, do you know the poem emoji? You could get them
right.
with a REM pod. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
In fact, Eric.
Shit on my balls.
Eric, if you could make me 20 of the REM pods with the shite emoji, I know where they're going. Hey, Kelly, welcome to the show, love. Hey, Lan. Oh, there's the other half of Nettie. Lenny. Mark says, oh, Eric could make them. Brilliant idea. Eric could put them in motion. I just love you, Sarah Louise. Nori says,
moving
here we so Noreen says, here we go, back in the gutter. Noreen, see, by the end of this show, I'll probably not have a show in Simply Spooky, so it's been nice knowing you all.
Look, I'm going.
That's all that surprise. Robert says, if I had captured all those men at Dunkirk, we would be speaking German today. William says, like 2 peas in a pod. Does that mean you? And here comes Double Trouble, and Noreen's laughing. We will really still have a show. As I said, guys, I just wanted to make light-hearted everything tonight. Have a bit of a laugh, because recently it's been dead mundane in the paranormal. So it's about kicking back. It's about having a laugh. And next week is going to be a toughie as well. So it's just about having that massive blowout once in a while. Yes, I did say blowout.
Yeah.
And just kicking back and having a laugh. And do you know what, guys? These have been perfect sports. Perfect sports.
And when you have a blowout, Lois, don't light a match.
I'll try and know.
It's
I'll
preferable
try
to
more.
stop the car first.
Yeah.
That would help if I actually drive. I don't drive.
Well,
The streets are safer.
At your face. I am not pronouncing that, Eric Thompson. And it likes out blue. Robert. Nori says we all need a good laugh, Lois. Definitely, without a shadow of doubt, my lovely. And Rita says, I love laughing with you guys. You've got to laugh. Do you know, I depressed myself the day because I thought my book was only on for 4 weeks. I've had it on for 6 weeks. And then that just depressed me even further.
Well, yeah, considering you've already finished The Masked Sinner, so
Oh, well. Did I win?
no.
no.
Oh, well, that's the... See, you have just put me further into depression. So I didn't even win the Masked Singer.
No, unfortunately, no.
That was bullshit. Lynn says it lifts your spirits. It certainly does, Lynn. And that's why I wanted to make this show tonight. And as I quite rightly pointed out to, because obviously I've told Simply Spooky and Things Network we are doing this show tonight. It's no a way dig at MD. It's no a dig at StreamYard, podcasting, the shows, anything. It was just an utter laugh and an utter piss take tonight. Do you know what? I quite like that saying, William. He says, laugh it and the world laughs with you. Cry and you cry alone. Do you know what, William? I'm going to steal that. Who said that, William? Robert, because the first bit line says Robert. And then it says, Robert, you have been watching my OnlyFans.
And I'm not impressed because you didn't tell me.
Don't you two start my Briar and get them jealous.
Yes.
But it's definitely it's good to laugh. Definitely. So what is the other topics of the paranormal? What rabbit hole can we go down? I'll send you the link, Bri. Ho ho ho!
Well, we can't go down rabbit holes, but we're certainly going down the toilet.
That could be a you thing. We're not going down rabbit holes anymore. We're going down the shitter.
Yeah.
Hey Andy, how's it going? Another group to check out and podcast is In fact, Andy, write me your podcast title. It's a big long one. I'm not even going to try it. I'm going to slaughter it like Zorro. It'll be like zzz.
Yeah, any more than 3 letters, you can't remember it.
Talk about yourself, old chap. Podcasting or OnlyFans? You're giving me choices now. I tell you what, have you ever seen somebody podcasting while doing...
You could do a podcast on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Or, see if you feel really spicy, be a podcaster who's on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It happens.
Just
keep out of the holes. Saying nothing, Noreen, darling, saying nothing. It's enough to drive you around the Mark says, Ian, that's an idea. Right, guys, check out Conjure Quest Paranormal. They have a podcast. I really want to poke fun, so don't be offended, Andy. But they're shouter than arm, but they're not. They're really, really good. They are really good, guys. So please go and check them out. They are really good. They've just started, I think. How long have you been doing it now, Andy, the podcast? And I know it's a matter of weeks or months. You know, the weeks go by me. I can't keep up. But definitely check out. But how would you manage to podcast? Right, here's, you guys have got to laugh, but here's my thinking. How would you manage podcasting on OnlyFans, but because most of these people that go on OnlyFans will either want to show people their feet or show people other general areas.
Don't give that lady any opportunity for publicity. She may be doing it from the shitter.
Sex with a ghost, not just one but two. That would be a threesome and a half.
Yeah,
I am a
you could get
Yeah,
that
I am
woman that married a ghost and then divorced him.
Yeah, it seems to be called they were a famous one, weren't there? Somebody supposedly were having some nookie with Anne Boleyn. Was it Anne Boleyn? Yeah. Oh, it's going back some time. Yeah, they said they were, you know, they'd had an encounter with Anne Boleyn.
Oh my god. Is it
I think
right? Is it
Was it?
is
was
it
it,
no?
Was it dead good?
Yeah.
Sarah Louise says the weeks are flashing by. 4 months. 4 months have been going by multitasking, Lois. Me multitasking? You're lucky if I could do 3 jobs at once.
It's
Wednesdays,
lucky if she can manage one.
Oh, I'll get you back, bitch. Mark says, I wonder if I could go on OnlyFans with my beard. You could, because there's women out there like myself who loves beards. So it's a good possibility.
Well,
Did Anne have...
And it didn't end well because she couldn't grow one.
Do you know, I've never ever tried growing a beard. I should take that up as a hobby.
Yeah, you could become the next circus freak.
Talk about yourself, Mr. Pugwash. Lynn says, did Anne have her head in her hands? Ghost feet, only fans. That would be hilarious, and Mark's laughing. I would have a better beard than you.
Well, apparently, according to MH, if you go to Drury Lane, you can catch some ghost feet on the stairs. So they could do their own OnlyFans, couldn't they?
Well, in fact, how much do you think people would pay to see my 10.5 size feet? That gives me an idea.
I don't know. You might be paying them.
You're full of the cheek tonight. Have you stored it up? Has that been your inner zen? That's it. Let it out, brother. We have 2 bearded Brians. I know. I'm trying to outbeat him. Eric says, well, I have to admit I like hairy women.
But a Sasquatch is one step too far.
Yeah. That's why he wants to go to Scotland.
I'm not saying.
Do you know, I was actually going to say another country, but I think I'll get myself shut down.
I'm glad I'm not with my family right now.
I know, they would slap him.
My mum would have driven up there and slapped
him. Hey, Kate, how you doing? Kate's another one who does podcasting. Kate, when is your show on and what time? And don't be offended. I've poked the bear at everybody else's podcast, but Kate's just mental. She just babbles. Kidding on. She does a great podcasting. Nettie's laughing. Do ghosts get done for flashing?
No, because
maybe
they don't carry ID, so they can't.
Yeah. They've got the security badges, you know.
You'd have to do an EVP just to find out who they were to arrest them.
That would be nuts. That would be nuts.
Don't start talking about nuts, for goodness sake.
I'm not talking about...
We've already had balls, and then we're talking about nuts.
Well, yeah, we've had a plenty of the body genitalia tonight. Kate says next Saturday, hopefully 8 p.m. UK time. Thank you, lovely. You're very welcome. Guys, go and check her out because she's very, very knowledgeable.
Yes, we're going to go and invade.
We are going to go and invade. Kate, we're invading. Sarah Louise says only if the ghost shoes cat balls. And Kate says it's called Got Stories to Tell the Other Dimension. So definitely, guys, check her out. Mark says ghosts can just disappear though, so how can they get arrested? I'd like to know how you slap handcuffs on them.
Slap what?
Handcuffs.
Oh.
If they're handless.
They'd have to be made of iron.
But what if they're handless?
Well, you'd have to arrest them by putting them in a short circle.
Can't even believe. Nori says, flashing balls now, nuts, what's next? Oh, do you know what, Noreen? It's nearly the end of the show. That's what's coming. Do you know this night is just flew right in? Flew. I mean, even last night, we got so lost in us talking. We, honest to God, it flew in before we knew where we were. Mark says now it's gone to slapping folks. Disgusting. As you're sitting there chuckling your arse off, Sarah Louise says ghosts would be no good at crimes. You can see right through them. She's on the ball tonight. Kate's saying Pokeball style. That is a good one, Kate. A good one.
We could put cat balls all around the country and people have to go and find them on an app.
Do you know, right, I'll come back to that in a minute. Nettie says, handcuffs, I'll have to dig my back out. Oh!
Hey,
You're on your promise, Bri. You're on your promise. Sarah is sharp tonight. She's sharper than me tonight with the comebacks. Do you know when that game first came out, Pokemon, the amount of people who were stupid running in front of cars, running into funeral homes, chasing Pokemon?
I had a kid come to where I work once and said, "Oh, you've got a very rare Pokemon in your building." So I said, "Give me your phone," and I went and captured it for him. So he's probably the only one in the country that got it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but down my street's a dead end, and the amount of kids from school at top of the street have walked down, and they're walking around yard next door. So what are you doing? I'm after the Pokemon, mister.
Honestly, do you know the craze that people were going in the lens? And I was like, holy shit. But the most funniest one that I found was that somebody ran into somebody's funeral and was trying to climb off over the coffin to try and get a Pokemon on the other side of it. And I was howling with laughter because that's just my sense of humour. My sense of humour is quite warped. So I just can imagine this person, running in and people like, the hell is happening?
You've just given me an idea for my funeral.
Somebody to come in and climb on the top of your coffin.
Have you seen that one where it's a recording? It's an Irish fella and it's a recording.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, it's mint, isn't it?
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have that weird twist. I'm going to be knocking and I'm saying, will you come and get this Pokemon out here? It's keeping me awake.
Have you not seen it, Lois?
Oh,
No, I've not seen that.
There was an Irish guy that knew he was dying, so he recorded a skit with his granddaughter. And it was all about him being in the coffin. And she planned it up so that it was played while they were standing at the graveside. And it's him going, "Hey, let me out. Hey, it's bloody dark in here." And it's hilarious.
Oh my God, I need to search for that.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Well, I'm
Definitely.
going to do a similar thing.
The way you like. Kate says, Jeff, I choose.
Go on.
Kate says, Jeff, I choose you in the next level. Poltergeist comes out. That would be it, Kate. Sarah Louise says, I bet they were told to pock off. One says, that happened to me and young kids with their dad walking around the work gardens looking for Pokemons. They frightened the disabled residents. Oh, God love them. God love them.
I keep getting
But
poked, you know. I keep getting poked all the time.
see that bloody Facebook poke? The worst
Yeah,
thing that was created.
That's what I'm on about. I keep getting poked all the time.
I think I'll start poking Ian on it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I keep getting poked from America at 3 o'clock in bleeding morning.
I can't really speak because I forget I forget the concept of time. So
Exactly.
I'm trying to phone Nick at stupid hours when he's in his bed sleeping.
Nicky knows avoiding because I keep poking him.
And then Mark says, I need a good poking. He needs a good poking. See you, Mr. Reynolds, you're bringing this show down. I'm coming on to Gate Crash Your podcast. So Lynn's laughing. Bryce complaining about getting poked. Hilarious. With his boobies.
Yeah.
Nicky needs a good poking.
Bry has poked me on Facebook, so I had to poke him back. Used to stop poking each other.
And that's how it all started.
Oh, Robert, that's terrible. Wait till I give you a laugh last night. So doing the podcast, and Rosie was saying, obviously, she keeps dreaming about her ending up with cancer because it runs in her line of family. So somebody whose team I used to be in came on in the comment section and said, well, because she keeps saying about how much sore throat she's getting. And he said about trying CBD oil. Oh my fucking God. The chat last night erupted talking about CBD oil, and I couldn't show most of the comments because they were talking about THC, and oh, it was mental, and I was like, I can't. And I missed poor Noreen. Poor Noreen's my witness because I missed her comment last night. The poor woman was trying to tell me something, and because they were all diving about the CBD, I missed it. So when I went back up and I went, oh my Lord, I said, I can't show half of these comments because it was just talking CBD. It was funny. Mark says, oh, Jesus, Lois, no. You're damn right, I'm coming on to Gate Crash. I love a good gate crashing.
CBD is legal, so what's the problem?
Because of how sensitive YouTube is.
Oh my gosh.
It's legal, but it's not really strong enough to get rid of completely. You need pure hemp.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is, right, you've got YouTube being snowflakes, you've got Facebook being snowflakes. Now Facebook is going into your messages and must be reading your messages and censor out what you're saying, because it's happened to me a good few times over the past few weeks. I've sent a voice clip or I've sent a message, I've went back out, whoever's replied, I've went in to look and it said the message is unavailable.
Yeah, exactly. They've been doing it for a while now. But every time you update, they get access to even more stuff.
Well, I would hate to see what pictures they see of me.
Yeah, scary.
Yeah.
Talk about yourself.
Yeah, especially if you go in the midden with your phone on.
Well, listen, I'm going to add Linda on the old Facebook to see if I can get some pictures of you.
That would be a rabbit hole we don't want to go down.
Yes, that would be a hairy beast.
I'm going to throw the holy water at you.
Yeah, we need abseiling gear if we take that risk.
Hey, Rapunzel
Cheeky.
got right to come.
Cheeky assholes. Mark says CBD in the shops is man-made to a certain degree.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
It
it's
is
legal, is what I'm saying, so there shouldn't be
Nah.
no snowflake stuff with that.
but it doesn't matter. We're living in a society, guys, where we can't have the same laughs and we can't have the same. Like, they're trying to change history. They're trying to change shows. They're trying to take out, old comedies that, like, for example, Fawlty Towers. They're trying to edit out the German scene where obviously Basil Fawlty's doing the German walk and it's the way he's doing the German walk. They're trying to edit that. They're trying to change Ronald Dahl books. They're trying to change everything in life, and it's just like, holy shit, think of the eras growing up, because what's happened in my era to Ian's era to your era, Bri, a lot different, because of what might have been allowed in yours might be different to Ian. It's far different now to mine, and now different to my child. You know what I mean?
It's bad enough we have to deal with the Mandela effect, let alone them bloody censoring things, on top of that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Do you know, I remember working, because as everybody knows, I did care work. And, I can always remember going into this home, because I used to be agency.
Yeah.
And I can remember this wee woman sitting, and they were talking about growing up in Glasgow, right? Growing up in Glasgow, what's the things you can remember when you grew up in Glasgow, blah, 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 blah. Now, I can't really go into it, so I'm going to use the initials. So, you want me to really shut down the night? So she said the GW word, right? Everybody can imagine. Please don't put it into the comments. Don't put the full word into the comments, right? So she kept saying the GW word. And the guy kept saying, you can't say that. And she's like, I can't. And she kept saying it and saying it and saying it. And it just made me think that the amount of, obviously, it's get serious on her now. Shut up, you. That obviously how much times have changed. Like, you can't say certain words, but you think the amount of words that obviously that are different meaning for us, obviously in the UK to the States.
Yeah.
There's different words that we have a different meaning to, that I'll always think of Viv when she says that she was going out for a fact, and that's completely different there to the is over here.
It's different her saying it to one of us saying it.
Well, one says they invaded Poland, and it says they cannot tell us older people what to think and what to say because we don't give a shit. Nettie, see, when I get to you guys' age, I hope I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because we remember Alf Garnett. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know my other...
What's a wog? A wump of wood.
Right? You're going to get us shut down.
It's a joke.
I can see my inbox gone off tomorrow.
There's a 4-letter word that we're not allowed to say, but it means a bit of tobacco.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell me off air because we're going off in a minute before we get shut down. Rabsy Nesbitt, yeah, Rab Nesbitt. Oh, I love that. Honestly, Sarah Louise. Do you know what? I really miss my gran and papa, and I really do miss my gran and papa because I used to sit and watch things with my gran and papa that were like really old school things like Dad's Army, things like Steptoe Son, Morecambe and Wise, Porridge, and things like that. And that was proper Monty Python, aye. And that was true comedy at its best.
He's not the Messiah. He's a naughty boy.
Yes. Aye, you're a very naughty boy. It was on Jam Jazz. I could believe that. Love Rabsy game on. Definitely. His hair. The only comedies I would really say that are really good these days is still Game. I think that was the only one really. I would say nearly close knitted with Rabsy Nesbitt. No kinda, because back with the Rabsy Nesbitt, it was great to see the way that they portrayed them, and it was so funny. But then you see Gregor Fisher when he's doing an interview, and he's so posh spoken and so well spoken. You think, holy shit, that's worlds apart.
Yeah.
For his character.
Yeah, I like Kevin Perry and 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. That's my sort of humour as well. I like all that sort of stuff.
Do you know, I haven't seen that in God knows how long. I love that because... Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Sarah Louise says, when I was driving in France, I used to listen to Billy Connolly on tape. Billy Connolly's author. Peter Sellers, Robert says.
I'm not a Peter Sellers fan or just like that.
Is that how Scottish people are? Yeah, in Govan.
In Govan?
Yeah, my family used to live in Govan, and that's exactly how Scots are there.
Lynn says, when I was a child, when I was a kid, we used to collect scabs off the jam jars, and you would send them off and get a badge. Thanks very much. Try no sense of me. Rise and Dab is brilliant. Billy Connolly's my favourite, and Billy Connolly's brilliant.
Love Thy Neighbour.
All the good ones. The young ones is good.
Yes.
Love the young ones. Definitely. Right, guys, I'm going to wrap up because obviously Ian will be due out to go and get his lovely wife. That fucking woman needs a medal. I'm clapping. Bottom's another good one, definitely. Kevin Bridges with it, I shadow a doubt. So next week, guys, as I said, is a big one. And come along, please share your memories of Cliff. Let's have a laugh. Because Cliff loved a good laugh, and he loved to, whatever we were doing, he would interact with. So I'll definitely will be a really sad but a really good one. Monday night, you'll obviously have those Dark Mirror boys talking about aliens. Oh no, on Monday night they've got a guest. They've got the one. Well, they've got the one, the only Barry Frankish.
I thought you were going to say I got the one and only E.T.
Well, they've not asked me to be on the show yet, cheeky beggars. But definitely, it will be a good one. You are very welcome, guys. Thank you very much for your support. And without you guys, we wouldn't have these shows. So please be kind to each other. Hi, E.T. fucked off home, Lynn. Good night, love. Good night, everyone. Bye.